Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Mafex Batman Hush Scarecrow, Batman Hush version. And the Hush batch of figures has not been the best. There have been some really nice releases, and then others have been pretty underwhelming, particularly the females. They haven't been great overall. But this one, it does some things pretty nicely. It also does some things that aren't so good, but I don't know. I think we're going to have to wait and see how we feel about it by the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before I show you the figure, I do want to show you my package. Standard Hush packaging for Mafex. Not the most exciting looking package, but a very good package nonetheless. Batman Hush right there, a little bit of a photo down there. Figure right in the middle, couple accessories. Not the best layout, but it is acceptable. A little bit of window at the top. If you need to display, you'll get some light in there. Decent pose on the side. Figure is much more saturated right here than right here, so we do have the desaturation of the Hush line. It's weird how bright his yellow is, and even his brown is a little bit more saturated in these photos. I don't really like the yellow, but the brown would have been nice like this, I think. But there you go, decent packaging, nothing particularly remarkable. Now this guy is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. But here he is. He stands to the top of where his head would be. Let's call it 6 1/8, including the hat, right around 7 inches. That's going to make him roughly, I'll say, I don't know, 15.2 centimeters, and then closer to 18. Here he is up against a Marvel Legends Darwin, so if you're trying to fit him in with your slightly larger than 1/12 scale figures, he is pretty tall. He's actually surprisingly tall, which will make him have that Scarecrow look that he's supposed to have. So that's pretty nice. Let's do a question of the day. Which version of Scarecrow is your favorite? For me, most Batman things are going to go back to the animated series. Obviously, I wouldn't need it to be as stylized as the animated series, but I do like that look, generally speaking, for Scarecrow. This one's pretty good though. I like most things about this look for Scarecrow other than the feet, and we'll get to that. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the aesthetic on this guy. First glance, it's pretty nice. He's got a nice matte finish, and the stitching throughout the suit is very clean. Maybe not absolutely perfect, but it does look nice. Dang it, I hate those knees. We'll talk about those knees. But yeah, the stitching looks good. Like I said, nowhere near as saturated as the box indicated. But the face, oh my gosh, the face is nice. The sculpt is so good. It's questionable because the eyes should be painted flesh tone rather than brown, as far as I can tell. His mask and skin behind the mask is the same color, but otherwise, it's so nice. The mouth behind the mouth, the eyes behind the mouth, the hair, the hat, everything is so well sculpted and well done. Other than that questionable paint job, which is maybe supposed to be makeup, but as far as I can tell, his eyes should be flesh tone underneath the mask. But you could easily argue that away. If Ben Affleck and Christian Bale can do it, then so can Scarecrow. So yeah, he's pretty darn good looking for a relatively simple character design. They put the details where they needed to. It's nice. There's a little bit of paint throughout as far as like a wash. I think it's a wash, not a dry brush or anything. Maybe it could be a little heavier, but it does look really nice nonetheless. So yeah, aesthetically speaking, he's not perfect, but he's darn good. I'm going to go 9 out of 10. One of the better figures from Mafex. It really has more of that gritty feel that a lot of Mafex figures don't have, even from this Hush line that is more drab and gritty looking. This guy really, really exudes the grit. Alright, so let's talk about the accessories. He has the 2 masked heads, the one normal one, and then the one yelling or laughing. It looks more like yelling to me. And boy, is that just a nice head sculpt. It is so well done. Very, very good. And then the unmasked head, also pretty darn good. That's pretty accurate to the source material, and it's pretty nicely put together. So, paint jobs are good, sculpt's good. I'm happy. Those are nice heads. And then for hands, not so much. That's it for accessories. We just have some hands and some heads, so pretty basic. You do get the Mafex display stand, so that's good, but that's it. So even though the heads are great, nothing else is kind of a bummer, so I'm just going to go 7 out of 10. It's not like it's a terrible thing, but it definitely could be a better thing than it is. Okay, let's talk about the articulation. We do have our ball pegs in the head going down to the neck, and then the neck also. It doesn't have the best range still. It's not just because the hair gets in the way, it just doesn't quite have as much. Now, it's just Scarecrow, so you can probably say you don't need it, but I would like to be able to lean his head back farther. And you could do it if the ball pegs worked a little bit better. I'll just show you. That's pretty deep in there, so this neck joint doesn't get a ton of range. And then when you're swapping out the heads, the bad news is you can't swap them out. I mean, the neck goes with it, so you're kind of just stuck with whatever limitation is there. I was hoping I could finagle it somehow, but I can't. It just doesn't go any farther back, which is unfortunate. So his neck is pretty limited, more than I would like it to be. That's unfortunate. Shoulders, it's not the crazy shoulders that Mafex sometimes does, like on Nightwing, but you do get good range out of them, so that's alright. This loose floaty piece, not the best looking thing, but easily excusable on this particular design, so that's okay. But yeah, you're not going to get any particularly good range out of this guy. Unfortunately, when you try to, it just pops apart. So he's going to be pretty, I don't know, basically posed. That's it. Like, the arms move around, and that's fine, but nothing exceptional at all. Very standard range. Double jointed elbow, good range there. It's okay. It's colored. They colored all of the elbows and the knees the colors of the patches, which is fine. But the patches are so hard to distinguish. Like, I mean, they're there, and on camera they show up even more. But the brown and the gray aren't that different. That the gray elbows, especially up here, stand out. It looks like they're miscolored. That's just a little thing, but if their brown was browner, it would have helped a lot. But it is okay. Their elbow joints are still fairly brown. So there's that. The wrists, as typical Mafex wrists, are too loose, but you have the ball hinge there, so that's kind of nice. Torso on this guy. Not using the hips, he doesn't have the best range going back. Pretty darn good range going forward, so that's nice. Side to side is really good. So it's a little bit limited going back, but not too much, and otherwise it works really well. So his torso is very nice. The skirt piece is a floating piece, so that works really well. If you incorporate the hips, then it works even better. So that's good. It should. He's very slender, so that should be fine. We do have the drop down hips. Such an annoying thing. I'm so tired of drop down hips. I really wish all these companies would stop doing it, unless it's absolutely necessary, and if it is, then you should do it better than this. But you do get a moderately high kick because of the drop down. Going out to the side, drop downs don't help that, and his are very, very limited. So for no real reason, he can't do the splits. Not that you need him to, but let's say you want him to be able to do the splits, because why not? He's an action figure, and there's no reason he couldn't. He can't. Not even 45 degrees, just shy of that, so that's a bit of a bummer. Thigh swivel is minimal. Single jointed knee, same thing like the elbow. The gray it stands out too much. It's a really ugly joint also, and it's a single joint, which is fine, but if it's going to be single, it should be good looking. It's not good looking, and it's not a double joint, so it's limited in every way, and it's too loose, so that sucks. Now for the ankles, it's a little ball hinge. That's okay. It doesn't have the best range going back at all. Going forward, it's pretty good. Can we adjust it? Nope, that's just the way it is. And the ankle rocker is there, but it's pretty limited because of his baggy pants right here, so that's a bummer. Let's see about the toe hinge. Toe hinge is solid. Toe hinge is okay. But yeah, I don't like his ninja slippers on this version of him. I don't like the weird sandals that they put on him. I don't care for that. Not Mafex's fault. Unless his feet have never shown in the comics, in which case I'm sure DC still told him how to do it. But articulation-wise, it's mostly good, and then in some places not so good. So I'm just going to say 7, because it should be really good on such a slender character, and it's not. In some places, like the torso, it's great. But other spots, it's just really not. Like the shoulders and neck, that kind of sucks. So, yeah, not great. So time for the final verdict on this guy. I actually think it's one of the best looking Hush figures from Mafex, and it poses probably well enough, and it has enough accessories that I think if you're interested in this sort of thing, you're gonna like it. You're not gonna be blown away. The sculpt is really good though, so that might blow some people away, especially those faces. Really nicely done. Those go a long way in saving this figure, I think. I'm gonna give him an overall rating of 8. I can't let it go higher than 8 though because of the articulation problems. And it just doesn't come with that much. So I love the head sculpts. Those are a big selling point. The body sculpt is really nice, but it's still somewhat underwhelming, which is often the case with Mafex, but it has definitely been the case with the Hush batch of figures. So here's to seeing more Batman stuff coming out of Mafex that isn't from this desaturated Hush line. But this one is actually one of the better ones, for sure, without a doubt. Man, those knees are a bad choice. Oh well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but that's it for me, so thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that, and in the meantime, keep collecting.